The day I couldn't stand. I still remember the morning my legs gave out. It wasn't dramatic. I didn't fall. I didn't faint. But I sat at the edge of my bed, feet on the floor, and I just couldn't rise. The strength was gone. I tried again, this time pushing against the mattress, gritting my teeth. But the effort felt foreign, like I was piloting someone else's body. I laughed it off, made it into the kitchen eventually. But something inside me knew. That moment wasn't just a fluke. It was a whisper, a warning. I was 67, and I wasn't ready to feel old. It's funny how aging sneaks up on you, not through birthdays or wrinkles, but through the silent, slow loss of the things you never thought to cherish, like standing up with ease, walking up the stairs without a rail, getting up off the floor without negotiating terms with your knees. The legs go first. We don't talk about it enough, but it's true. Your legs, those sturdy things that once danced at weddings, hiked through woods, chased toddlers across playgrounds, start slipping away long before we notice. It's called sarcopenia, the medical name for muscle loss with age. But I just call it the quiet thief. The scariest part? It begins early. In your 40s, you start to lose muscle. By the time you're 60, that loss has doubled, and the legs bear the brunt because they carry the most. When the legs weaken, it doesn't just affect your body. It steals your independence, your confidence, your joy. It turns simple things, like stepping over a curb, into challenges. And worse, it invites something far more dangerous: falls. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related death among older adults. One bad fall can be all it takes to shift life into a chair, a hospital bed, or worse. I didn't want that to be my story, but it nearly was. That morning when I couldn't rise, I sat with my coffee and my fear. I thought of all the things I hadn't done yet, places I wanted to visit, the wedding of my granddaughter next year, the garden I hadn't finished. I thought of all the times I told myself, I'll walk more soon, or I'll get back to exercising when things slow down. They had slowed down. Too much. And then I remembered Margaret. She was in my community center's newsletter once, 72 years old and moving like someone half her age, a retired teacher, a widow. She had been in the same shoes, weak, wobbly, afraid, until one day she decided to take back control. She started small, no gym memberships, no complicated regimens, just food, movement, intention. And slowly her strength came back. Her story stuck with me, because it wasn't about vanity or weight loss. It was about freedom. And that's when I realized something powerful. It's not too late. Even if your legs feel shaky now, even if stairs make you nervous, even if you've fallen before, it is not too late to rebuild. The human body is incredible. Even at 60, 70, 80, your muscles want to grow again. They're just waiting for the right fuel and the right signal. So I began, first, with food. I learned there are specific nutrients that help rebuild muscle, reduce inflammation, and fuel recovery. One of the most powerful? Omega-3s, found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. These healthy fats don't just protect your heart, they help your muscles talk to your body again. They're anti-inflammatory, they cushion your joints, and they signal muscle cells to grow stronger. I started eating salmon 3 times a week, sometimes canned, sometimes fresh. I didn't love fish before, but I loved walking more, so I made it work. Next, I added leafy greens, kale, spinach, arugula, full of magnesium, calcium, and potassium, minerals that help with muscle contraction and nerve health. A handful a day in a smoothie or salad made more difference than I ever imagined. And then there were eggs, rich in high-quality protein, and leucine, a special amino acid that kicks muscle building into gear. I ate 2 each morning, poached, scrambled, whatever I felt like. They became my morning ritual of resilience. The results didn't come overnight, but they came. Within 2 weeks, I noticed my knees didn't ache as much when I stood. A month in, I was walking longer without needing to rest. 3 months later, I climbed the stairs at my sister's house without holding the railing. But food alone wasn't the magic. Movement had to follow. I started with something simple. Chair stands. Sit down. Stand up. Repeat. 10 times. It felt silly at first, like child's play, but those motions lit something up inside me, a memory of strength, a rehearsal for independence. Then I added heel raises, marching in place, a little walk around the block after lunch. 10 minutes turned into 20. My balance improved. My legs felt less like strangers. And one morning, I woke up, planted my feet on the floor, and stood with ease. No hesitation, no strain, just stood. And I cried, not because it was hard, but because it had been, and I had won. There's something so empowering about reclaiming your body, about proving to yourself that age is not a limit. It's just a chapter. And this chapter, it's about strength, not surrender. Today, I share my story with others, with friends at my senior center, with strangers online, because I want everyone to know what I didn't. Your legs are not gone. They are waiting for you to feed them well, to move them often, to believe they can still carry you wherever your heart wants to go. This isn't just about muscles, it's about dignity. It's about showing up for your grandchildren, for the garden you love, for the places still waiting on your bucket list. It's about rising in the morning, not with fear, but with confidence. I don't run marathons, I don't bench press, but I walk, I dance, I play with my great-grandniece on the floor, and I can get back up again, because I made a choice to stop surrendering, to stop waiting, to nourish my body and remind my legs they're still mine. And now, every morning I rise with purpose, and so can you.